Good afternoon, everyone. A weak cold front is coming through the area, but there's plenty of moisture with it and instability and some of those other factors involved in severe weather. So we do have a tornado watch out for part of the area. We'll get to that in a bit, but we do have warnings out for, as you can see right now, from the western portions of Monroe County. That, by the way, is a tornado warning. And let's see, that will be in effect until 5:15, I believe. The other cells also producing probably strong gusty winds and occasional large hail. We're getting some indications of that. Let's go to the warnings that we're checking right now. The tornado warning, as I mentioned, up around the Toma area. We have a part of the storm system that is rotating, and this is the right setup for this kind of thing. As you look at this storm relative velocity, note the gray or the green and red areas really close to each other. They're definitely showing rotation there, and so if the tornado is going to be in effect, if it is going to produce one, will be there from Toma southward and then eastward to the Juneau County line. We also have a little rotation on parts of this to the south here in Vernon County and Crawford County, as well as Richland County. There's a fairly significant little area of vorticity of rotation in this storm, and it continues to move northeast at around 30 to 35 miles per hour. The good news here is that this isn't going to stick around very long, and we should be into better shape here after we head into the evening. So we do have a severe thunderstorm warning out for Adams, Juneau, and Monroe County until 5:15 p.m. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Crawford and Grant and parts of Vernon County until 4:30, and third warning there for Richland and Vernon County until 4:30. So the thunderstorms have definitely increased in intensity, and that will continue to be the trend here as we head through the next few hours. Again, fortunately, the storm system is moving out relatively quickly, so we won't have to deal with this a lot. Here's a look at some of those warnings again. Let's just get into there. Show you what we have going on. There we go.
Tornado debris signature east of Ridgeville.
So we do have a tornado warning. That's the area, the red boxed area, and apparently there is a debris signature with that near Ridgeville. Let me see if I can get to that. Yeah, it looks like it would probably be around the Toma area and now east of Toma. So the storm is definitely affecting those folks. If you are in the warned area, then you should be taking extra precaution, get to your safe place, and do what you need to do to stay safe. Let's see here. Let's go back to this. Come on, let's go. Okay, here we go. Yep, the thunderstorms have been upscaling, as we like to call increasing thunderstorms, and they have been doing so now east of the Mississippi River. So we do have the tornado warning in effect for Monroe County. That's until 5:15 p.m. So if you're in the vicinity of Toma and areas such as that, you will be... you should be getting our...
confirmed tornado near Toma.
Okay, we have a confirmed tornado near Toma now. So if you're in the vicinity of Toma, you should be taking your safe place at this point. The tornado apparently on the ground and confirmed moving through the Toma area. If you're in that area, definitely get to your safe place in the basement under a sturdy rug or a sturdy bed. Would help to keep things from falling through into your location. But the thunderstorms there continue to move northeastward at around 35 to 40 miles per hour, and so this one will be moving out relatively quickly. Until it does, though, if you're in the vicinity of Toma, be aware that we will be looking for the potential for a tornado. This is a little closer look at the area from Toma over east to Oakdale, back to Adrian along the I-90 corridor. And then there's another section of this cell as well, southwest of Oakdale, all moving to the northeast at around 30 to 40 miles per hour. If you're in these locations over the next 10 or 15 minutes, be safe and secure. Get to your basement and take the necessary precautions to stay safe. We have that warning going on. We also have a warning going on out for Vernon County and potentially into Richmond County and part of Crawford County as well. This severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 4:30, and so no rotation that we saw probably producing a tornado, but very heavy rainfall, and this kind of thunderstorm will produce rather large hail and gusty winds. So take your safety place too here as you go into this evening. Lafarge, it looks like the area is just now surrounding Lafarge, and part of that will continue to move east-northeast into the eastern panhandle, so to speak, of Vernon County. So from Lafarge to Hillsborough and northward to southeast of Cashton, you should be taking the necessary steps to stay safe. What are some of those steps? Well, first of all, seek shelter immediately. Seek shelter immediately, and also we have the lightning threat and flooding and flying debris associated with these kinds of storms. If to say a few more tips here, the interior room of a sturdy building away from windows, be prepared to move to the basement on moment's notice. Do not leave the shelter until the warning expires, and have a radio, NOAA weather radio or Storm Tracker 19 weather app to get information on that. The lightning threat also is probably pretty substantial with this, so taking that in mind, stay away from windows, avoid using wired electronic devices, and taking a shower or bath. A lightning strike will flow easily through your home's wires and piping. Finally, flooding is also an issue with some of these thunderstorms. The rainfall rates are coming down pretty hard, so wind, heavy rain, and hail can cause problems on the roads. Even after the storm ends, street flooding is possible. Turn around, don't drown. Other debris, such as trees and power lines, create additional hazards during and after the storm. Let's take a look at the radar again and show you the latest positions of the thunderstorms as they roll down through that is up through the southwestern part of the state. You can see the thunderstorms now east of Black River Falls, moving east-northeast. There's still a mess around Toma, and that will continue to move east-northeast as well. So for the next 10 or 15 minutes, be aware of that. We also have another warning here that has just been issued for, let's see here if I can get the
Vernon County.
That's for Vernon County. It looks like a tornado warning.
Yep.
Yes, okay. Has there been any radar indications of?
It says radar indicated rotation. But
Okay.
no on the ground report.
So what we're looking at here is this area where bright green and bright red are right together. That indicates a tornadic circulation is possible and could produce a tornado. We've had one tornado already posted up a little bit farther to the north, but let's see here. All right, take a look at the radar. Yep, near Toma. You should be in your safe place already. Tornado warning out for that area, and points along north and south of I-90, 94, and 185. It looks like Highway 21 has got some very torrential rains that are moving in there. Farther south, we have another tornado warning for eastern Vernon County. What is the time on that one?
Until 4:45.
Until 4:45. Again, a tornado warning until 4:45 for the eastern sections of Vernon County. The storms are moving at around 30 to 35 miles per hour, but producing very heavy rains as they go along. A little bit farther to the south, part of this storm is pretty strong for the southeastern portions of Vernon County and northwestern Monroe County. So be aware and take your necessary steps to be safe. Let's take a look at some of those. Some of those severe weather safety things. Seek shelter immediately. If you're not inside, you need to be inside, preferably in the basement or interior room of a sturdy building. Be prepared to move to basement on a moment's notice. Do not leave shelter until warning expires. And have a radio or other source of weather information along with you, including our Storm Tracker 19 weather app. Okay, lightning threat is also big with these storms, so stay away from windows. Avoid wired electronic devices and taking a shower or bath. A lightning stroke will flow easily through your home's wires and pipes, and so that could be a danger. Also, flash flooding, wind, heavy rain, and hail can cause problems on area roads. Even after the storm ends, street flooding is possible. Turn around, don't drown. Other debris, such as trees and power lines, create additional hazards during and after the storm. Okay, let's have a real quick recap at the radar at this time. And you can see the strongest thunderstorms are up to the east and northeast of La Crosse. Near Toma right now, a tornado warning has just been issued and updated. That's also going to sneak over into Juneau and Adams County, so be careful there.
Looks like it's observed for that one.
And that's an observed one, so not just a radar indicated, but we see some pretty good rotation in here. Yes, you can see that very pinpointed rotation just east of Toma, and it's moving to the east-northeast at around 30 to 35 miles per hour. Excuse me, I'm going to get a drink of water here real quick. Thank you. Yeah, anytime you see those bright greens and reds right together, that is a problem area. So right now, if you're in the vicinity of Toma, I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer. Looks like we're seeing the center of the rotation between the I-30 or Highway 31 and 12, right in that location just southeast of Toma, and it is moving to the east-northeast. This is a dangerous storm and is likely producing very good rotation. It's already been observed to have a tornado, and that will continue to move eastward into to Juneau County here once its cell is done. Okay, let's check out any other warnings here that we have. Tornado warning now through eastern Vernon County too. That one's a relatively new one, but it's in effect over the next half an hour or so. So be careful if you're in the vicinity of Lafarge and now heading toward Hillsborough in the eastern parts of Vernon County. And that cell could be producing very strong winds away from the location as well of the rotation. And so if you're in the warned area there, definitely be safe and get to your safe place, a sturdy building or a sturdy basement hopefully, and you could hide under a sturdy table or a bed. That would help to keep things from falling on you as this storm system passes through. Okay, I'm going to cut away here for a moment or two and try to get some more information. So once I do...
Alter is proud to partner with WXOW on the Jefferson Awards Multiplying Good campaign. To nominate someone or learn ways to volunteer, go to WXOW.com/Jefferson Awards. Alter is proud to partner with WXOW on the Jefferson Awards Multiplying Good campaign. To nominate someone or learn ways to volunteer, go to WXOW.com/Jefferson Awards. Alter is proud to partner with WXOW on the Jefferson Awards Multiplying Good campaign. To nominate someone or learn ways to volunteer, go to WXOW.com/Jefferson Awards.
Meet Sienna. She loves swimming, applesauce, and flowers. Sienna would love to plant a flower, but she can't. That's because she has a rare disease called FOP that turns tissue and muscle to bone, slowly freezing her into a human statue. Since Sienna can't plant a flower herself, we're going to...
Alter is proud to partner with WXOW on the Jefferson Awards Multiplying Good campaign. To nominate someone or learn ways to volunteer, go to WXOW.com/Jefferson Awards. Alter is proud to partner with WXOW on the Jefferson Awards Multiplying Good campaign. To nominate someone or learn ways to volunteer, go to WXOW.com/Jefferson Awards.
Dreaming of a new home? Let's compare your way there. Before you buy, NerdWallet helps you easily compare rates and find the smartest mortgage for you. Use our regularly updated lists to compare cashback cards that reward you for furnishing your new space. And our pros and cons help you compare and find the best financial products for you, all in one place. Compare your way there. Find the smartest financial products for you on NerdWallet.
Alter is proud to partner with WXOW on the Jefferson Awards Multiplying Good campaign. To nominate someone or learn ways to volunteer, go to WXOW.com/Jefferson Awards.
People said I was crazy to do this. Just a surf coach who wanted to shake up the sunglass industry. I wanted something different, radical, and fun. I didn't want to blend in, so I created Blenders. Born on the beach in San Diego, now rocked with pride worldwide. We're bright, we're bold, out of
Nurse. Pigeon.
Need a place with more space?
Pigeon.
Compare mortgage rates to help house
Alpaca.
slightly larger pets. Compare investing accounts to expand your portfolio and your horizon. Compare your way there. Find the smartest financial products for you on NerdWallet.
The finals, where the perfect season can get blocked in a heartbeat.
With all this on the line, you gotta be locked in. Because when the champagne stops popping, you know what's left? Legendary status, my man. Yes, Dirk. And it all starts here.
Coming through the area, but there's plenty of moisture with it and instability and some of those other factors involved in severe weather. So we do have a tornado watch out for part of the area. We'll get to that in a bit, but we do have warnings out for, as you can see right now, from the western portions of Monroe County. That, by the way, is a tornado warning. And let's see, that will be in effect until 5:15, I believe. The other cells also producing probably strong gusty winds and occasional large hail. We're getting some indications of that. Let's go to the warnings that we're checking right now. The tornado warning, as I mentioned, up around the Toma area. We have a part of the storm system that is rotating, and this is the right setup for this kind of thing. As you look at this storm relative velocity, note the gray or the green and red areas really close to each other. They're definitely showing rotation there. And so if the tornado is going to be in effect, if it is going to produce one, will be there from Tomah southward and then eastward to the Juneau County line. We also have a little rotation on parts of this to the south here in Vernon County and Crawford County, as well as Richland County. There's a fairly significant little area of vorticity of rotation in this storm, and it continues to move northeast at around 30 to 35 miles per hour. The good news here is that this isn't going to stick around very long, and we should be into better shape here after we head in.
Bring you some severe weather information as we have tornado warnings in the Cooley region right now for portions of Monroe County as well as Vernon County. And there's one that has a pretty good indication with this rotation here. You can see a kind of a hook echo that's near Hillsboro. So if you are in this area, you definitely want to seek shelter immediately. You should already be in your safe place if you're in Mount Tabor as well as Hillsboro right now. And if you are as well on County Highway F and County Road W as well. So as we look at our severe products here that we can see velocity, you can see that we do have some tight rotation here. Whenever you see the greens and the reds together, that could be indicating a tornado, and we did have a confirmed tornado as well. So if you're in Dilley, that's where there could be a tornado on the ground, because we do have that tornado warning and confirmation as well. So if you're in Hillsboro, we could be seeing a tornado heading in that direction as well. And if we look at the correlation coefficient, you can see that that's a clear indication of a debris ball. So debris from a tornado is being lofted into the air. So this is a very dangerous situation. It's heading towards Hillsboro and Vernon County, and you definitely want to be in a safe spot. The lowest level of your home, preferably a basement. That's where you want to be, in a center interior room away from any doors or windows. Make sure you have helmets on, as well as this storm has pretty much confirmed. We have a debris ball signature and tight rotation on this. And we're going to be checking out the next storm system here as we go back to radar. And that continues to have that hook echo right now as we continue. We're going to look at the next storm as well that continues to have a tornado warning. It looks like we just have a new tornado warning, Dan, issued in Jackson County?
Yeah, Jackson.
In Jackson County. So Spalding, City Point, if you're in these areas, you need to be in your safe place immediately, as we have a tornado warning that has been issued. And as we take a look at our velocity product, you can definitely tell that the greens and the reds are together, which shows tight rotation, and that could indicate that there is possibly a tornado on the ground near Spalding and City Point in Jackson County. So you definitely want to be in a safe place immediately if you are in those areas. And we're going to check out the other warning here as we zoom out quickly, as we go towards the other warning that's quickly pushing on out of the region, but we still have this very tight rotation here. You can see the brighter colors. That is a very strong indication of a tornado that's on the ground that is heading towards Cutler as well, Wyville, and if we zoom in here closer, we can go towards the storms as well. If you are near Shinnington as well as Weeville, heading towards Mather as well, we have that strong rotation on radar. Let's check out the correlation coefficient, and this product can show us if there's a debris ball, and it looks like there was a debris ball that's now heading all the way out of the region right now, but still that is indicating that there was a tornado on the ground in Monroe County near Tomah. You can see that bright colors right now. That can show that there is debris being lofted in the air from a confirmed tornado on the ground as well. And to note that we do have a large, dangerous tornado that's 11 miles northeast of Toma. So this is what we're looking at right now, because this is a very strong indication. We had that rotation, and we also have that debris ball signature. So very dangerous situation here in Monroe County. And we want to see as well this rotation on our velocity product. Yep, that continues to be a strong rotation right now to the north and west of Cutler, and it is exiting the viewing area, which is good news, but still the bad news is we have confirmation on the ground of this dangerous tornado on the ground that was just northeast of Toma not too long ago. So it just passed through Valley Junction, Shennington as well. So if you're still in the tornado warned area, you still need to be in your shelter until this storm passes on through. So let's see if there's any updates here on radar. We continue to have those warning cells as well. Let's head down towards Vernon County to see this next warned system here that you can see as well near Hillsboro pretty much. And if we look at our Doppler velocity, we continue to have a rotation here. It's not as strong. It's more broad rotation than we were seeing earlier, but still it is a tornado warned system, and you need to be in your safe place immediately, as we do have a tornado possible heading towards Hillsboro, Elroy as well. The good news is this is heading out of the viewing area, but still, if you are under a tornado warning, you need to be in your shelter place until that warning has expired or canceled. So we still have that tornado warning in effect for Vernon County. And as we look at our other radar products that can help us determine if there's a tornado, we have a strong signature of a debris ball right now over Hillsboro, and that is heading towards the north and the east. And I'm trying to see, looks like there could be another debris ball as well. We're just looking at that right now. So if you're in Dilley, you need to be in your safe place right now, because we have strong indications of a tornado on the ground as well. And Dan, do we have any ground reports anymore?
Blue River Fire Department reporting pea-sized hail, some rotation, County T and County M, north of Fenimore, south of Blue River. So that's a little bit south of our viewing area, but
okay.
There's also reported a brief view of a tornado before becoming rain-wrapped southwest of Oakdale. Power lines are down along Highway 12, 1/2 mile northwest of Oakdale. So those are the latest.
Okay. Yeah, so definitely a dangerous situation here as we continue to have tornado warnings in effect across the Cooley region. And we also do have severe thunderstorm warnings as well, as you can see here down towards Richland County, and that's just south of that tornado warning right here. So it looks like we have indications of hail on radar. You can see here this gray that can indicate some hail, and we're going to look at this hail detection product, and it looks like some large hail, as you can see here in the brighter blues right here north and west of Bloom in Richland County. So you definitely do not want to be outdoors when there is large hail present, because hail can smash through car windows. You want to be away from any windows, in fact, if you're inside, because hail can smash through windows as well. So a very dangerous situation here if you're near Bloom, and that is heading towards the northeast where that tornado warning is still occurring. And with that tornado warning, we continue to have hail. The good news is that hail core seems to be decreasing in size, which is good news, but still we have that tornado warning in effect. That is for Vernon County right now. And if we head to the north where that other tornado warning is occurring, the hail core is now exiting the region, but we're still under that tornado warning that is in effect for Monroe County. So you still need to be in your safe place if you're in Weeville, Shennington, and if you're in Valley Junction as well, because you're under a severe thunderstorm warning. In Toma, you still need to be inside because you have that severe thunderstorm warning in place. So once these warnings are expired or canceled, that's when the all safe is. But right now, you still need to be in your safe place, preferably the lowest level of your home. If you have a basement, that's the best place to be. Have any helmets on as well. So this other tornado warning system cell, is heading towards City Point right now. And let's check out velocity once again to see. And we still do have that tight rotation, as you can see here, that's on radar near City Point in Jackson County. And if we look at our correlation coefficient real quick to see if there's any debris ball, looks not as strong of a indication, but check out the debris ball down to our south that went through Toma earlier where we had that confirmation of a tornado. So that's a pretty strong tornado that's been on the ground for quite some time. That's now heading out of the area, but that pretty much means that there was a tornado on the ground that lifted up debris that was destroyed by a tornado. So very dangerous situation here as we go on through this evening, and we continue to have that tornado warned cell. And we're going to check out this other warning here to see if there's any rotation. It looks like the storms are becoming more broad in nature, which is good news, but we still need to be on alert for possible severe weather. We continue to have that tornado warning that's in effect for Vernon County here. As you can see, that's heading towards Hillsborough. And if we look at our velocity product, this can show us any signs of rotation here. It looks like we do have some tight rotation near Hillsborough currently, and that can be a sign of some severe winds and a possible tornado as well as we go forward into the evening time hours.
Okay, yeah.
And Dan, we have another report?
Yeah, at 4:29, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located 10 miles northwest of Necedah, or about 14 miles northeast of Toma, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. So this isn't just a run-of-the-mill tornadic situation. This is large and very dangerous. So if you're in the path of that, from eastern Monroe County and into Juneau and Adams County, your turn is possibly coming here. Again, a tornado was sighted 10 miles northwest of Necedah, about 14 miles northeast of Toma, and it was moving northeast at around 30 miles per hour. So we'll see how that one plays out here the next hour or so.
Yeah, that's right, Dan, and you definitely want to stay on alert. And like he mentioned, we do have that tornado that was on the ground northeast of Toma, and it's still on the ground as we have that debris ball signature that is now out of the region, but that means that tornado is still lifting up debris in the air heading towards Armenia, and that is heading off out to the north and east at a quick pace, which is good news. These storms are moving at a pretty good pace. So once we have this storm out of the way, then we should be good, but we still do have thunderstorms rolling on through the Coulee region. As you can see here, we have that continuation of the tornado warning that is in effect for portions of Vernon County. So if you're near Hillsborough, you still need to be in your safe spot. And if you're across 82 down towards County Highway V, near Dilley as well, County Highway V, and Mount Tabor, you need to be in your safe spot. And let's check out to see if there's any indication of debris with this cell. And there was an indication of a debris ball, but now it is becoming more broad, which is good news. That means it seems to be weakening as the time goes on. And if we look at our velocity product, which can also show rotation, the good news is with this cell, it looks like the rotation is becoming more broad, which can indicate that the tornado is weakening, which is good news here as we go through the next hour or so here in Vernon County. So the storms are almost out of the region, which is good news, but we still have those warnings that are in effect. As you can see here, if we go down towards Hillsborough, we had that rotation, but the good news is that seems to be on the weakening trend as we go forward. And we're going to see if there's any continuation of the warnings here, and we continue to have those warnings in effect. So a severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for Toma. That continues to be the case. The good news is it looks like it is quickly pushing out of here. So Toma, you're now dealing with some lighter to moderate rainfall, and it looks like that tornado has since pushed on off towards the north and east. But unfortunately, we did have that report of a dangerous tornado that was on the ground that was producing damage as we had the debris ball signature on radar. So it looks like that storm system that had a tornado is now quickly pushing off to the north and east. But as we head down towards Hillsborough, you definitely still need to be in your safe place. You're under a tornado warning. We have indication of large hail, and we had that indication of a possible tornado as well that was on the ground. And Dan, do you have any other ground reports?
Nothing so far other than what we've related to you before, but those cells are now starting to make their way out of the News 19 viewing area, so we won't have to continue to cover this all that long, but they're moving northeast at around 30 to 40 miles per hour, and obviously some damage too. We had earlier reports of trees over power lines. This was from 2 miles east of Wyville. Trees down on.
It looks like there's a new tornado warning.
Okay, can we see that on the air? We have some photographic. There we go.
Yeah, it looks like rain wrap.
And where was that again from? This is near Toma. So
Toma.
The clouds on radar. This is what they look like from the ground, and can't really tell there if that's a funnel, but it could be. Photographic evidence sometimes isn't enough to determine if it's a tornado, but okay, we also have some semis here. Apparently fell over from the storm, blown over, and where is this again? It's I-90 near Toma. So all of these reports have been clustered around the Toma vicinity. So be careful and actually stay away from that area. Depending on if there's a lot of damage, you can cause issues just being there too. So you bet. Look at this is the photograph. Well, this is a little bit farther south. This one is from.
This is a new tornado warning.
New Richland County. Why don't you go ahead and take that?
Yeah, that one has just been issued for Richland County. So if you are in Richland Center, Rockbridge, Willow, and Ithaca, you definitely need to be in your safe spot immediately because we now have a tornado warning that was just issued. So as we take a look at the velocity, which can indicate rotation, we can see that we do have a tight rotation right here that is now moving towards Richland Center. So as we zoom in, that rotation is now pretty much over Richland Center. You need to be in your safe spot already, preferably a basement. If you don't have that, preferably the lowest level of your home in the interior room away from any windows or doors, preferably as this tornado warning continues, as we have a possible tornado as this continues to show strong rotation. And as we look at our correlation coefficient product, now this can show if there's any debris being in the air. Right now, I don't see a strong indication of a tornado debris ball here as we head towards Richland Center where this is, but still we need to be on alert as we have that tornado warning that continues to be in effect for the region as well. As we head towards, if you're in Richland County, definitely need to be in your safe spot immediately as we still continue to have that tornado warning in effect for Richland County. We still also have that tornado warning continuing heading up towards Hillsborough, so you need to still be in your safe spot because we continue to have that tornado warning that's in effect. And as we look at our velocity product, that can show us indications of a tornado. Right now it looks like it's becoming more broad in nature. That's now been exiting the region as of right now, which is good news, but as you need to still be in your safe spot with that tornado warning still in effect. And we continue to have some rotation here as we head down towards the south in that previous tornado warning. So if you're in Richland Center, we have an indication of some tight rotation, which could indicate a tornado on the ground just to the north and west of Richland Center, heading towards the northeast. So if you're in Rockbridge, you need to take cover immediately if you're not already in your safe spot. And if you are also in the area, you definitely want to take shelter immediately as we have some strong thunderstorms moving through the area. And Dan, do we have any other reports?
Well, the tornado report from Monroe County is also continuing now into Adams and Juneau County. Confirmed tornado as of about 4:38 this afternoon, located 9 miles south of Babcock or 20 miles northwest of Friendship, moving northeast at around 40 miles per hour. That seems to be the general velocity of how these cells are moving at this time, again from southwest to north and east.
Yeah, but they're definitely moving fast, which is good news for the area. They're pretty much moving towards the north and east at a fast pace. Toma, you still are under that severe thunderstorm warning, so you definitely need to be in your safe spot when you're under this warning. So don't think it's good to go outside, even though the tornado warning has been moved on off to the north and east. You still need to be in your shelter as we have a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect. The good news is these storms are racing off towards the north and east at a good pace here. And Toma, you're still continuing to have some light to even moderate rainfall right now. And we continue to have that tornado warning. And it looks like we have a new tornado warning that has now been issued for southern parts of Richland County. So if you're in Buena Vista, you need to take shelter immediately. If you're in Bear Valley, if you're in Lone Rock, we have this new tornado warning that is in effect for the region here, and that continues to be the case until 5:30 p.m. and a thunderstorm has been capable of producing a tornado located over Muskota or 9 miles south of Richland Center, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. So you need to be in your safe place because these storms are moving quite fast and you really don't have a lot of time, so you need to be in your safe place immediately, as we could have some flying debris as well. And it looks like this tornado is radar indicated, so we don't really have any on the ground reports, but as of right now this was just issued, so you need to be alert. And as we take a look at our radar products here to check out the velocity product, and this can show us some rotation that is indicating on radar, and it looks like we do possibly have some rotation here as you look towards Muskota here, that tight couplet of reds and green that could indicate a tornado right now that is starting to enter Richland County. So if you are in Basswood, Buena Vista, Lone Rock, you need to be in your safe spot immediately because we have an indication of a tornado. So we also do have that other tornado warning that continues to be in effect. We still have radar indications of some tight rotation, which can indicate a tornado that is on the ground. That continues to be the case near Richland Center. So if you're near Willow, Rockbridge, as well as Lime Ridge, Sandusky, Ithaca, you all need to be in your safe spot immediately as we continue to have this storm cell that's racing off towards the north and the east. So let's go back here to this cell right now. I can see if I can do a track on this cell to see which locations are under the gun here in Richland County, and we still do have that cell here as it moves on off quickly to the north and the east. So as we look at our velocity product here, and we're going to do a storm track that is now heading towards the north and the east at a pretty quick pace. So if you're in Muskota, it's going to be in your location within 3 minutes. You should already be in your safe spot. If you're in Orion, 4:50 p.m., so about 7 more minutes. If you're in Buena Vista, 5:15 p.m., and Ithaca, 5:26 p.m., Neptune, 5:32 p.m., and this new radar scan shows that the storm continues to push on off towards the north and east at a pretty quick pace here at this time. And you can see we still do continue to have that rotation that is now entering Richland County. So if you are in these areas, you definitely want to take shelter immediately. And here's our correlation, hail detection, excuse me. This continues to have some strong indications of hail. As you can see here, the darker blues, that indicates some large hail possible here that is heading towards Muskota, and that will eventually enter the Richland County region. So if you're in this tornado warning in Buena Vista, you need to take shelter immediately. We continue to have that tornado warning in effect for locations such as Richland Center, Neptune, Ithaca, Willow. We have some hail being indicated here as well. And if we look at our correlation coefficient, and that can also show some indications of rotation. If we can see As we go into our other Doppler product, this can show if there's any debris being lifted into the air, and we have, it appears to be an indication of a debris ball that's heading towards the north and the east, is now entering Richland County, so you definitely want to be on alert. You need to be in your safe place immediately if you are in this warned area. So if you're in the Richland Center, you need to continue to be in your safe spot, Rock Ridge, as well as Lone Rock. You can see we do have a possible debris ball signature, and that can indicate that there is a possible tornado being on the ground that is lifting up debris potentially as you head towards Avoca, heading towards Buena Vista. Very fast moving. It's moving upwards of 60 miles per hour, so very fast moving storms here as we go forward. And we're going to look at our velocity product. We continue to have that rotation being indicated on radar. When you see that tight green and red that's close together, that can indicate where we have some strong winds that the radar is being detected, winds coming towards the radar and winds going away from the radar, and they're wrapping around. That can show that a tornado is possibly being indicated that could be on the ground here heading towards Buena Vista, and the system is moving very fast as winds and very strong winds indicate as well. So if you're in Twin Bluffs, this storm is moving quite fast, and we continue to have that other tornado warning off towards the north, and that continues to be the case heading into northern portions of Richland County. So it looks like these two tornado warnings are still in effect, and then it looks like right now, Vernon County, you do not have any warnings in effect, which is good news. And then we still do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Toma. So if you're in Toma, you need to be continuing to stay in your safe place until this severe thunderstorm warning has ended, because we still do have these strong thunderstorms moving on through that can be capable of producing strong winds, large hail, and as well as very heavy rainfall in addition to that. So we still do have those two tornado warned cells as well down towards Richland County. And Dan, do you have any more updates?
No reports yet being reported, but I noticed that radar is showing a few things here that I'd like to point that out too. Again, with Richland County in the thick of things right now, there's a lot of heavy thunderstorm cells and cells that have been producing quite a bit of rotation. This whole line has been laden with low rotation, and so obviously the warnings have been issued as a result of that. Anywhere where the bright green and bright red lie together, that's a potential. Let's see here. Let's zoom in to around Muscadet. Yep, there's definitely some rotation there. Okay, let's look at the big picture again here. We have thunderstorms rolling through the area. The most severe of this now is out of Jackson and Monroe County, but we still have those fairly heavy cells there for the eastern parts of Richland County and central Richland County as well. That is definitely where the firing line is at this time. The area there has been set up for severe weather a little bit better than areas to the west, so I would consider these to continue to be. They've been definitely the focus for our attentions here.
Looks like there's a rotating wall cloud spotted 1 mile west of Gotham and Richland County.
Okay, I imagine it's probably associated with this area right here.
Yes.
That looks like a very good rotation, and it's pretty tight. So, yes, if you're in Richland County, you should be in your safe place and be ready to be safe. Here are some safety issues when it comes to severe weather. Seek shelter immediately. There's also a lightning threat, and flooding and flying debris obviously can also be a part of this. Let's take a look at the Seek Shelter here. Interior room of sturdy building away from the windows. Be prepared to move to the basement on moment's notice. Now, do not leave the shelter until the warning expires. Have a radio, a NOAA weather radio, or our Storm Tracker 19 weather app to get information on. That has a very good radar setup, so you should take that into account and maybe see if you can learn a little bit more for that. For lightning safety, stay away from windows. Avoid wired electronic devices and taking showers and bath. A lightning strike can easily flow through your home's wires and pipes. I think phones, there are probably not as many phones that are landlines anymore, so that probably is almost gone the way of the dinosaur. But you're safe with your cell phones, and of course nothing that is actually connected to a wired device. We also have flooding and flying debris. This area can get wind, heavy rain, and hail to cause problems on roads. Even after the storm ends, street flooding is possible. Turn around, don't drown. Other debris, such as trees and power lines, create additional hazards during and after the storm. The Coulee region is one of those unique locations that we have lots of valleys and very sharp coulees. And as a result of that, very heavy rain can be problematic for many other areas that you might not have if it weren't quite as hilly, but we definitely have those issues. So it looks like the northern line of the thunderstorms is fading away from us. We're still watching the Richland Center here and looking to see if we can see anything new that's popped up there. Let's go. Yeah, you can see the very cellular nature of that. That means there are discrete storm cells in there. And when that happens, you know that you've got a very strong to severe thunderstorm. Here's a look at some of the radar locations here in that area. It's not quite as impressive as the ones up to the north and east, but it's definitely one to... There, let's get farther up there. All right. Yeah, it looks like there's another one out toward Mauston. This one is coming together. I bet it's spinning up another possible rotation there. It's intensified. But again, it is moving away from us, so I think we're going to be in much better shape. Let's take a look at the warnings that are still out there. Remember, we also have a tornado watch. That's the area shaded in yellow from Jackson through La Crosse, Allamakee, or I should say Houston and Allamakee and Wenatchee County are all still in there, but most of the warnings are out ahead of that. As you can see, one near Wisconsin Rapids, Toma's on the western edge of the storms, and now they're beginning to pull away. And then we do have a lot more rotation with these storms here for eastern Richland Center and up toward Hillsborough. So this is rapidly moving away from us. The tornado watch is in effect until 10 p.m. this evening, so we urge you to keep up on what is going on. We're going to take another break here and take a look at what we can find, and I will be back with more details coming.